What is going on, guys? This is BitW's and representing Ichiban Gamer Club, and I'm joined here by my two good buddies, Minister E and Mez on the East Coast.
Yep. Yeah.
What's up?
And in today's video, we're gonna be kind of recapping a little bit of the Gamer Awards.
Yeah, 'cause, we had the video of us two before, kind of making our picks and discussing it a bit. So
yeah, making our predictions and stuff like
it's
that.
gonna be kind of like a follow up to that, and we're gonna have Minister get some of his point of view on some of these too.
Because Minister he didn't get a chance to vote. He didn't even know any of the nominations or who won. So we'll be breaking some news to him, and we'll see what he thinks about those choices.
Oh yeah. I'm coming in blind. I have no idea, so I might get extremely upset or extremely happy of these choices.
So I want to kind of save the game of the year for the last one to kind of build that one up. But just some stuff that had happened, we can kind of go from the beginning. Was they actually announced a couple of games. They had a ton of world premieres.
Yeah, they did.
But
actually,
Mez, I want to get just your overall kind of feel for the Gamer Awards for this year, because it's been getting a lot of positive feedback from people.
Yeah, I think it was pretty.
What do you think about it?
For me, it was pretty good. I didn't feel like there were any weird real moments except for that one guy.
Really? Okay, I was about to say, are you sure?
Yeah, that one guy who went off on his whole "fuck the Oscars" speech.
Oh yeah,
the fucking best hilarious.
That was the moment of the night. Poor Jeff Keighley.
Yeah.
Cringing, his face is like, what if he's gotten himself into?
Yeah, that was so fucking funny. But other than that, I would say it all went it felt like it went pretty smoothly. It didn't feel awkward or stuff didn't feel like cringeworthy or some of the shit at E3 you would see when they
not even E3, but remember when the Spike used to do the video game awards?
Yeah,
and that was kind of that felt more forced and cringy.
People who didn't want to be
there. Yeah, they were just literally just there for the money.
Yeah.
Were brought along. Whereas you can tell with Jeff Keighley, the guy's trying, man. He's trying. He's been trying forever. Try to get this stuff legitimized in a way, where video games are seen on that kind of platform. And I think he did a good job with this one. This one felt like an actual award show as opposed to just this thrown together, freaking last minute party thing that they have for the video game awards. It was just stupid.
Yeah.
It feels like this could be a legitimate award now.
It's feeling more legit now.
Yeah. And on top of that, because of that, they actually had a ton of game announcents and stuff like that.
I know one that you probably excited for was Bayonetta.
I was gonna say it right, number one, Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3, baby. I was like, hell yes.
And one and two coming to the Switch too.
1 and 2 coming to the Switch. I'm like, shit. I was debating. I was like, because I already have it for the Wii U.
But now you can have it portable.
1 and 2. I was like, now I can have it portable. But I was like, do I want to get it again? But I was like, maybe I will, depending on the price. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because I haven't busted out my Wii U in forever. That one was a good one. You're not a fan of Bayonetta E?
Not really. It seemed like one of them Devil May Cries.
It is.
It's exactly that. Yeah.
Easy up. Just combo all day.
It's not easy up, but it's because I wouldn't say Devil May Cry is an easy up thing, because you have to string together some stuff.
It's not like Dynasty Warriors style button mash. Mm-hmm. There is some kind of tactical thing to it, but it is over the top action.
If you learn a combo with Devil May Cry, though, you're good to go. If you learn a really good combo.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to string it together, and you have to do so. Yeah, but once you get it, then you can be killing fools easily and stuff. And,
I've been interested in Bayonetta. I've never actually played it because I didn't have the Wii U to play Bayonetta 2, and I just never played the first Bayonetta. And now all that stuff is Nintendo exclusive. So if I ever do get a Switch, I feel like I will get that Bayonetta 1 and 2 pack just because I've heard it's so good from so many different people, you included, and a bunch of other gamers that I watch always love Bayonetta. I've never heard anyone say anything really bad about the game. So
it is, and someone like you who you played and you enjoyed Devil May Cry, you would enjoy this kind of combat system as well. And I enjoyed it. Like I said, I wasn't that big. I was big on watching you play Devil May Cry. I wasn't really big on playing it myself, but for the fact that I can still play this one, it says something about it. So I'm excited for Bayonetta 3.
Okay.
They also had more another trailer for Death Stranding.
Which
that game
confused
like
the shit out of me. I didn't even know what was going
I don't
on.
fucking know what is going on with that game. Like, you gotta check out this trailer for Death Stranding. He's like
Stranding.
You seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, Death Stranding.
It's
like
Hideo Kojima's new game.
Yeah. It's like one of the first game I think he's coming out with since he left Konami, under his own production company. I mean, so far there hasn't been any gameplay. It's all just been like cinematics and stuff like that.
No good.
It looks great. It looks beautiful and stuff like that. But it's just confusing as hell. That whole Kojima thing where it's just everything's so confusing. But there's no gameplay, so we don't know what kind of game it is at the moment. Like, you don't know what to expect.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the game is. I'm like, it was a trailer where I came out of it more confused than I went in.
There's like Norman Reedus, you know who that guy is? The guy from The Walking Dead, the Daryl from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
That he has like the long hair and the crossbow. Him.
Yeah.
He's in this game. He was in the Boondock Six. That guy. He's in this game, and like he has a baby inside of him, and like somebody's trying to take these big figures or like these floating. I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even describe what they are. They're like human shaped people, but they're floating, and maybe they have powers. Maybe they're trying to take it away from him. I don't know what is going on in this game, but it's just kind of like crazy. So,
and it's directed by Guillermo del Toro as well, right?
Guillermo del Toro too. So it has some interesting people in it. Like, I feel like the narrative and the story for this game is gonna be good. I just hope the gameplay like matches up to it as well. Because like, what if it's just like a card game or something?
Oh
like
my
that?
God.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
I have to imagine it's gonna have like some elements of like Metal Gear, where it's gonna be like a third-person action type thing.
I think so, because that was always under the Kojima engine thing.
Yeah.
So I think it'll have like a lot of that stuff. It's probably like
But
third person
I
action.
don't know, I have to wait until I see something, because like I'm still confused.
You ain't lying. Some other stuff, they had the Fortnite 50 versus 50 thing now.
Yeah.
In the Battle Royale, which is pretty cool. PUBG had a new map, which is all right, I guess.
I was in a chat watching it, and someone was saying, it was like, it basically looks like they just took the regular map they have and then just took off the terrain, and that's it. Because it's a desert map, so it's like, oh, we just have this map. Now we're just gonna take off the green. Here's your new map. It's a desert.
It's like you had semi-desert and semi-foliage in the first one, and now you have all desert, and with like the same houses and stuff. Like, oh, no urban environment or nothing like that, huh? No. You want the desert.
Oh,
the desert
you're in the
is the way
desert. Yeah.
What? Did you see that game GTFO too? Like, that was.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, that one was pretty cool. Like, it had it was like a good action type of game. It reminded me of like Aliens.
It
right?
did.
Like Space Marine and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a game. I want to see something more about that one. Like, it left me interested.
Yeah. I don't know what else was big for this, but I know for me, the big one, and maybe the Minister, depending, is Soul Calibur 6 was announced as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, I know that one was a good one, and it was like a Bandai Namco, because I know they had the guys from Tekken on there. I forgot his name. His name escapes right now, but like, I know they were announcing it and stuff like that, and
Yoshimitsu.
they showed some stuff. They had a young Mitsu on there with that girl, and it looked pretty cool. It looked like they got some new mechanics in there and stuff like that. So that's gonna be interesting to see what they come out with.
That's good. I remember one of the Soul Calibur games I enjoyed a lot, and then I guess like
it was probably 2. That's the one everybody enjoyed.
I guess like the last 3 or something kind of fell off or something. So if they go back to a different mechanic, I'll be interested, because that game was fun. It's like, if I can't beat you in combos, let's go for that ring out.
Something else.
I like that aspect.
Minister probably really interested in too is From Software put out a teaser.
Oh yeah,
and
but nobody knows what it is.
Nope.
Nobody knows what it is.
I feel like
nobody knows if it's Bloodborne 2. Nobody knows if it's. A lot of people saying Tenchu.
Because
if it's Tenchu or Bloodborne 2.
You remember Tenchu, Minister?
Yes, I do. I remember playing
that
game to the full. I think it was part 2 that I played from beginning to end, like binge, because it was so good.
Because you know from Software, right, Minister? The Dark Souls guys.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, he knows those.
how much you love that game. I'm like, I feel like that would interest you a lot.
Yeah, I've heard rumors about Bloodborne 2 being worked on in secret. So I'm stoked for whatever they make. As long as it's like a Souls game, I'm in. That mechanic will never get old for me.
I'll tell you what though, that was a good thing they did. Good like teaser thing where like nobody knows what exactly is. You have a lot of people talking about it and stuff, so they've drawn some interest from people like who are just like, what is it? Oh, people are like, oh no, it's Tenchu. No, it's Bloodborne 2. Like I saw a symbol back here and blah blah blah. Like I was on watching it from Maximilian's stream and he was just going crazy. He was like, but if that symbol's there, that's gotta be Bloodborne. And like this guy's wearing a hat that's from Bloodborne. It's gotta be Bloodborne 2 then. I'm just like, man, this is they did the marketing really well there where they're just like, here it is, guys. Like we're not gonna show you anything else.
Interest.
Yeah, if it's Tenchu, man, oh man, that'd also be.
It's been a while.
That'd be also good. But if it's like, Dark Souls or Bloodborne mechanics,
that's another one where they said maybe
multiplayer?
it'll be like Demon Souls remastered or something like that. That's another one that I heard being talked about.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the style. I think once he finishes the story, he goes on.
But okay, let's get into some of the awards that were handed out then. So I'm gonna go first with the fan choice awards. Like these are the ones that were actually voted on by fans, and that were like taken into consideration and actually like I said, decided on by actual fan votes. So the first one was the most anticipated game.
Yeah.
Now, we had on there God of War, Last of Us 2, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption. So just for Yucks, E, out of all those, which one would you say would you be most anticipating?
Well, I heard Monster Hunter in that
Monster
mix,
Hunter World.
and that's just going to take the cake above
Yeah.
all this. Because it reminds me of PSO, and that's all I need. I haven't even played a Monster Hunter game, but just the fact that it reminds me of PSO, and I feel that I could be playing.
The new one kind of looks like it too, so it might.
If I'm playing a game that's close
yeah.
to PSO again, that piques my interest 100%. Nothing else matters.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the same game that Mezentius picked here.
Yeah, I picked the same game.
Oh, yeah.
I picked Red Dead Redemption, but the winner was The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh man, I figured.
It's a popular game.
figured-
It is.
It's a popular game, so
I
yeah.
gave the first one a 10 out of 10. So I understand that, but I'm more excited for Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, I feel that one's like more of it's gonna be based on personal interest and
Yeah,
Personally,
it's a
yeah.
solo game.
The only other one I could think that was probably like there's other ones on here like trending gamer, esports player, Chinese, and best esports team, but none of us voted on those, so I'm gonna just skip those to be honest.
yeah.
And you can look those up if you're actually interested in that kind of stuff. But for best esports game, Overwatch won that one, which is
Okay.
I think we both predicted, and I think makes sense. I mean, it's the most popular game in the world, at least the most popular like team-based game in the world right now. So it would make sense that it would win at least a fan-voted
Yeah.
award for best esports. So I mean, even though it just got into the scene of esports right now,
I feel like that helps.
think it's
it
doing it
a
really
lot
well.
more too.
Yeah.
because it's just a lot more fresh to people.
I'm not gonna lie, like the whole Overwatch League having there being a team from New York actually kind of like piques my interest as well. As to like seeing like, okay, who's the New York team? Instead of it having being like a sponsored team, like oh here's, these bunch of guys together, but having it be like an actual New York team versus a California team versus a Korean team and stuff like that, like cities based off of cities. I thought it actually kind of like you know what, I could see myself repping a Jersey or something like that. Maybe we'll see.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
So next one, and these are the ones that are actually like jury picks, the ones that the jury voted for and stuff like that. Best debut indie game, we're gonna go with Cuphead
Which I
as
think
the winner.
we both went with. Like, we both talked about it and we felt like, yeah, it was kind of a shoe-in for that one.
Shooing, yeah.
Yeah, you guys
I mean,
talked
those
about
other
this
ones are
game
good.
at length. I still haven't even seen it yet, but I've
Well,
heard
you should
guys.
look at some of the Sans videos and you
I will.
understand
I
why
will.
we
It's
like
on the
it.
channel.
Yeah.
It's piqued my interest. The
It's-
Cuphead
it-
thing.
If anything else, all you need to probably look at if you want to know kind of what like game this is like the last video I put up where it's just me versus the boss, the devil,
The devil.
and you can
Yeah.
kind of see were what this game does to you.
'Cause,
This game does not care about your feelings of trying to pass it.
I would think
It would demand you get good to pass it.
you're kind of like an old school gamer, right, Minister?
Yeah. I'll
Like,
definitely enjoy it. If it's difficult,
What
I'll
are your
probably
thoughts on
enjoy it.
the Contra, Metal Slug type games?
Oh, I like them.
Then you would love this game.
That's what,
But I like 'em.
Then this is what this is. Yep, this is exactly what this is.
Yeah, I'll look at that. I've heard you guys praise this game up and down, so I'm definitely going to take a look at it now.
Okay. So next is best multiplayer, and I'll read off these ones. We have Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, Fortnite, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Splatoon 2. Out of those, Minister, what are you looking for?
I'll say Mario Kart.
That's where we
Yeah.
went as well.
We all think alike.
That's exactly where
Most
we
of
went.
those that you
The
mentioned,
juries,
I didn't even like.
I thought a lot of those canceled each other out. To be honest, like I thought a lot of those would have canceled each other out. But according to the jury, they went with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I still don't hold as it being a real game because it's technically not released. It's still in early access. So the fact that it's nominated for an award is crazy to me. But whatever. Hey,
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
they wanted to have it on there,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and now it's award-winning PUBG.
Yeah.
looking at the thing, it looks like you said like the 1.0 is supposed to be coming out like in 2 weeks. So I
But
guess
it doesn't meet the
technically
deadline
it
of
comes
the.
out in
But it doesn't meet the
December.
deadline of the Game Awards.
It does. It's true, but I'm like, it's such a stupid thing they did.
Wait, so PUBG,
Mm-hmm.
you said is what won it? Or you said,
PUBG, yeah. What about it?
Okay, because yeah, I've heard good things about this thing.
It's popular. It's just that it's still technically not released. It's an early access game.
If the early access is doing so well, then they might be warranted. They might be warranted, man.
But it could always be an early access.
It's all,
Who knows?
It's all semantics, I guess, at this point now. It's so weird now, like what they've done with the early access.
Yeah.
Is like
You're not
now
lying.
it's what do you consider released?
I just think they're trying to like I said, they're trying to get away, like have their cake and eat it too, where they're like, they can say, yeah, we can get all this stuff for it. They can benefit from the game, benefit from getting people getting, paying for it and getting all these awards and stuff like that, without having released the game. But then if people complain about it, they can say, well, it's an early access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. When we release it in 5 years, it'll be right and whatever. And it's like, so that's my beef with it. But
Well, I mean, I feel like games are always like that. No, I know we can get a little sidetracked, but like it was the whole thing that I always found funny, where in older games when they'll say like being that it'll take so long to develop a cartridge, that when they found bugs they would just put them in the booklet as features.
Uh-huh.
yeah,
So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, it's like, well, that's just
but-
a feature of the game. It's like,
yeah. But the difference is they released the game, so they can't take it back.
Yeah.
And they released it. With all its flaws, it was released, and hey, they made it work somehow.
yeah,
PUBG doesn't do that. It doesn't have the courage to release itself and be like, no, that's a feature. It's just like, oh, we don't worry. We're gonna work on it.
It's,
We're gonna work
it's
on
just
it.
the whole thing of having like kind of the back way out, where it's like, oh, it's not a mistake, it's just a feature. And this now in this day and age, it's like, oh, it's not a mistake, it's something we're gonna fix in the future before it releases. You know what I
Seems like
mean?
an unfair advantage. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Fair point. Okay. So moving on, we got this one. I'm just gonna read through it. Best sports game was Forza Motorsport 7.
Oh my god.
Whatever. A lot of these is not of interest to us. Best strategy game. I'll read this one off. We had Halo Wars 2, Total War Warhammer 2, Tooth and Tail, which honestly I've never heard of. Mario Cross Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and XCOM 2 War of the Chosen.
I'm gonna go with Total War just because I like that sound. Total.
I think we both went with XCOM 2.
Yeah, we did.
And funny enough, it's its counterpart here, Mario Cross Rabbids, actually won.
Which was it was funny because like, I know in my video and I think our discussion video, I was talking about, I was like, I almost picked that game because of how fun it was to watch and everything. But I'm like, but it's based off of XCOM style game, so I went with XCOM.
Because I went with XCOM, it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're talking about strategy, then the strategy that this game is using is derived from XCOM system. So, why not just use the one that is?
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean,
Maybe they
I
just think
guess-
it was more well executed. I guess.
I guess it could be a thing too, where it's like, it's not only the characters being used, but it could be it's more user friendly
Mm-hmm.
game than
More accessible.
Yeah, it's more accessible. Because even like me and you have talked about our frustrations with XCOM,
Oh hell yeah.
and I feel like
That's the game. Like that's like a hate fuck game.
yeah, it's like in Mario Kart Rabbids, funny
It is
enough,
much
it's a
simpler.
cross between that where it's like
Mhm.
it doesn't, it gives you the kind of like the satisfaction of playing like the XCOM style game without that frustration of it.
Yep.
So
I can attest to that because I actually
can
have
see
that
it.
game now.
Yeah.
I have that game, Mario Cross Rabbids, and playing it, yeah, it's way more easier than XCOM.
Oh boy.
Best family game. I'll read these one off. I'll read these as well. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario Cross Rabbids Super Kingdom Battle, Super Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, and Sonic Mania. Minister, where are you going with
I'm
this?
going
one?
with Mario
Best
Kart.
family game.
Yeah.
I think that's
Once
the same
again,
thing we went to, right?
We all picked
Yeah.
that one.
Yep, we all picked that one, but the winner is Super Mario Odyssey.
And that was it's so
Which is a
confusing.
weird one, and I think I told you this like before. Mez was I think they just gave it to this one because maybe they knew it wasn't gonna get another award, so
It's like,
they were like,
we have to
we
give it
need Mario
something."
Odyssey to get something
Yeah.
because I think Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart games in general is a much more family-based game than
Oh yeah.
Mario Odyssey. Because like for us, maybe we're looking at it differently. Maybe
Except-
the definition is different for us.
Yeah, Mario Party probably is the only thing
Yeah.
that would beat.
Because when we
Mario
think
Kart.
family, we think like, a game that allows for more inclusion
Yeah.
of people. Whereas Super Mario Odyssey feels like, yeah, you can technically it's a 2-player game. It can be a 2-player game, but it doesn't really play like that well
Yeah.
as one. It feels more just like a single-player game. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's a Mario single player like adventure.
Yeah. With Mario Kart 8 feels like, yeah, you can include the whole family in it. So
Yeah, that's
maybe that was just us misreading it, but hey. This is the one. This one I think will probably entice E. Best fighting game for the year.
Oh yeah.
We have ARMS, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Injustice 2, Nidhogg 2, and Tekken 7. E, where are you going?
I'm going with Injustice 2 hands down.
Like we had to
Tekken
ask.
7.
Like, I was
Tekken 7 shouldn't even be on that list.
really? Whoa, why?
I bought the game unfortunately, and that game
Yeah.
is so unfun. I don't think I've played it longer than 30 minutes. And it was like a stretch. And I was winning matches online and I still wasn't enjoying
Yeah.
myself. I don't know.
Wow.
They,
Mez,
not
you
gonna-
have the game too.
I'm not
What are your thoughts?
I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna get into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tangent off real bad on this thing.
Yeah,
It's gonna
I
turn
have
to a.
Well-
I have the game too. It's like, yeah, I mean, I can't really like disagree too much. Because I never put too much time into
Wow.
Tekken. But I mean,
Okay.
I've never been a big fighting game guy in general, so I don't put a lot of time to fighting games at all. But I mean,
Okay.
I didn't have it, I guess, as bad as Minister is saying, but yeah, I didn't see it as an amazing game. But then again, I'm not a fighting game kind of guy.
Keep in mind, I had
Okay.
anticipated Tekken to be the best one out of all of them.
I know you've played Tekken before. That's why I'm surprised
I'm a
you're
Tekken fan.
saying this now.
Because you're
I'm
a Tekken guy.
Because
I'm a Tekken
yeah,
fan.
Minister's been a Tekken guy for a while. Like I
Tekken
know you used
Tag and
to
Tekken
bring it
3
over.
has been
Yeah,
my
used to bring it over
favorites.
to the house before and like try to encourage everybody to play Tekken and stuff like that. Especially like yeah.
I saw
So-
Tekken falling. I think since Tekken 5, I saw it falling into this
Mm-hmm.
juggle nonsense where it's all about the juggle combos.
No,
And if
okay.
That's what I do.
Whoever starts a combo first has a
Yeah.
90% chance of winning the match. It's
I do hear that a lot from
completely
people-
retarded.
People who get into it and stuff like that, they do say that, and like the Tekken fans always say like this game is about defense. That you're not supposed to allow the combo to begin at all. Like that's what this game is about. It's not about just button smashing. It's about playing smart. Where like the first person who does get into a combo, you're pretty much gonna lose like 90% of your health.
But what
essentially,
that does, it takes away, let's say, okay, let me try to use a slower character. Well, you put yourself at a disadvantage. Pick a fast character that you could just,
Combo
shortchange
for
your combo.
days.
Yeah, shortchange your combo, change it up midway, and now continue another 10 hit. There's no way the person's brain's gonna be able to block all that.
Yeah, I would say that's kind of true because like even when I was playing, like the character I used,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
just made around like me doing a combo to get their health down to like 80%, then I like
Yeah.
block their next shot and then finish them off, and that's about it.
I was winning with King because you can't, I guess, block his grab combos, and
His grab combos are ridiculous though.
Yeah, I would scare people into playing defensively, so they wouldn't be using their combos on me anymore. Like if I could break their combo at least once, I break the spirit, not the actual game. If I knew, if I was, pretty much if I was playing against myself, if I use a combo type character, I'd never lose. It's that bad.
That's crazy. A lot of video game, a lot of like fighting game enthusiasts, stuff like that. They say that Tekken 7 is really good. I haven't played it myself, so I can't give like a first person like experience with it. So I'm just like surprised because like I said, he's a big Tekken guy.
Every Tekken game has had a weak storylines weak in this game.
Yeah,
everything's weak. It has extra stuff, but they're boring. They're not. The fun factor in this game is so low that you don't want to do anything that they offer you. Unlike Injustice 2, where if you're not even a fighting game guy, you're going to find something in this game that's going to keep you playing the game, and you probably don't have to go online. That's how good the game is.
Yeah,
and that was actually the winner for this award was Injustice 2, and that's actually where me and Mez went as well. Just because I thought it was just the most complete game. I think Mez kind of said the same thing, where it felt like the most complete game, where it delivered on presentation, it delivered on like it had the fighting style of NetherRealm has never been like my favorite style,
Mine
but
either.
it
but I have to
it plays well,
yeah.
but it plays well. So we kind of went with that one as well.
I feel like it's like one of the top like I guess styles because like everyone knows like there's styles of fighting games that you can kind of see in games. Whereas like either like the Street Fighter style, like Tekken style, Mortal Kombat style, and like it has like that Mortal Kombat engine.
Yeah.
So
which is my least favorite of all of them.
Yeah.
But the game
is
so,
same here.
And like you said, the game is so packed with content for everyone to enjoy or play that. Yeah, the guild system. Oh my goodness. Get points.
I feel like I got
it because of the turtles. Turtles are coming, so I'm like, hey, I want to get on this thing.
I feel like I even said it in either our discussion or my initial picks, where I'm like, I've heard Minister talk so good about this game that I feel like it has to be has to be my pick.
Yeah.
When I don't even like NetherRealm that much, to be honest, I'm more of a Street Fighter. Used to be a Tekken guy.
Tekken.
But you can't. Yeah, the game got too much content to deny it.
Okay. Well, that was that one. So moving on, we'll go to Best Action and Adventure Game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll read these off. We have Assassin's Creed Origins, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild,
Probably.
Horizon Zero Dawn,
Oh, yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey, and Uncharted The Lost Legacy.
Oh, that's a tough
Minister,
one.
where you going?
I'm going to go with Vertical Horizon Zero Dawn just because I haven't beat the game yet and I need to go play it.
Okay.
Uncharted.
I think we both went with the same one too,
those
right?
Are some real,
The Legend of Zelda.
Those are some real close choices, though. Uncharted is good. Zelda is good. So I'm like, I'm gonna go with Horizon Zero Dawn just because it's new and innovative.
You went with Legend of Zelda, right? You didn't go
I did go Legend of Zelda.
You said Assassin's Creed. Yeah, okay, because you said Assassin's Creed was just too recent for you to decide. And that was the winner was Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for Best Action Adventure Game.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Can't hate on it. Moving on, we have Best RPG. We have Divinity Original Sin 2, Final Fantasy 15, Persona 5,
Okay.
Nier Automata,
Okay.
South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I love
Hell
seeing that. It's so creative, so creative. E, you have a freaking thing in this one? A name in this one you want to put out?
Anything but Final Fantasy 15. I'm fine with anything but that one.
Mez, what was your choice for this one? Was it Persona? Or was it? Yeah, okay, that was mine's, and that was the winner. Was Persona 5, which I was happy about.
Okay.
Because
I feel like we've had like a pretty good track record with our picks.
Yeah.
I know the Persona series. I didn't get Persona 5, but I know the Persona series and the storyline.
It was a great game.
Really good. Even the fighting mechanics.
It was a great game. Yeah. It's a great game. So I talked about it a lot in our videos and stuff like that. I think it's a great game.
Not mad at that because Final Fantasy 15 didn't win.
My favorite thing too is like the whole stylization of it looks really good.
Yeah, it is. And the music is awesome.
Yeah, as usual in every
Yeah,
Persona
actually,
game.
hearing some of the
Every
music
Persona game.
that they played with the like they had the orchestra at the Video Game Awards.
Yeah.
At the Game Awards, and they had like the orchestra playing the Persona music. I'm like, oh, this is pretty fucking good music.
Oh yeah.
I told
Like,
you.
she's just getting into
I told
it.
you that. Yeah.
What you talking about?
It has
Is it
really
the
good
Velvet
music.
Room you're talking about? That's that music.
No,
The Velvet
I
Room
don't-
music is good.
I don't
Like,
know what
they were just playing. Like I think the sound. I think they were just playing the opening for Persona 5 because they were doing that for all the nominees kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I could believe that, man. That Persona is really good. That's a real good series.
Some ones here. I'll just read off the winners. We won't go into them. Best VR game was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It has a pretty good VR, not for nothing. Best mobile game was Monument Valley 2, which I think Mez you picked.
Yeah, I
Right?
actually did pick that one.
Best handheld game was Metroid: Samus Returns,
Oh.
which I hear was a good one too as well.
That was kind of like the old school type, Metroid type game, right?
Yep. Yeah. It went back. So, best action game. I'll read these off. We had Wolfenstein 2, Cuphead, Destiny 2,
Oh.
Neo, and Prey. Minister, which one would you think here?
I'm going to go with.
Or did you have any? Or you're like none of them?
I'm gonna go with Prey. I don't really know most of those.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, Wolfenstein 2 won this one, and I think that's the one Mez picked.
It is.
I believe I chose Cuphead
Yeah.
for this one, but yeah. It didn't need it. It ended up not needing this award anyway, so. But yeah, Wolfenstein 2, it makes sense. Like I said, I think I said in the same thing in my video. I understand Wolfenstein 2 was a good action game, so.
Yeah, like I
can see it.
feel like I was saying like with Cuphead and like those are like probably like my top two. I'm like, I feel like Wolfenstein is it's when you think of an action game, a game like Wolfenstein is what you would think of.
Yeah, I can see that. Some other ones I'll read off here. Best ongoing game, which is just games as a service award. Overwatch won that one.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, it's one of the most popular games. It's got to be there. Best independent game goes back to Cuphead. So it got a couple of awards, Cuphead. So it didn't do so bad.
Yeah.
Games for impact, which are just games that they were saying that told an interesting story or a message, had a good message in it. I think I chose Night in the Woods, and Mez, you chose Hellblade, which happened to be the winner. Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that game, Minister? The Hellblade game?
I've heard of
that
it,
was supposed to
but
be really
I've
good.
never even looked at it.
You should check it out. That's probably one of the next games I want to try to get eventually. It's like it's on my list of games to get because like I know even I think you brought it up before, Zan, to me, like to check out Hellblade. And then like when you originally told me, like I had never heard of it, and I looked it up. I'm like, this game looks fucking interesting, and like that
Because what I heard from it was that it's like a boss rush kind of game, and I think we were doing the Fury LP around that time, and I was like, well, if you like this kind of game, like I hear Hellblade is kind of just like the same thing, just like in this third person action adventure type of atmosphere. So
yeah, so that one it has my interest, especially now, like even more now.
Okay.
Best performance was by Melina Juergens, who was actually the voice actress for Hellblade. Hellblade also won Best Audio Design, which kind of goes hand in hand with the voice acting stuff. So
Makes sense.
Which was like, it was really funny. I think we were talking about this off podcast, where I was like, when she went up and she was like accepting the award for best performance, how she was saying like she's not an actual like voice actor
Voice
or
actress.
actress or anything.
Yeah.
Like, she's just
An editor.
And I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, like that's insane, considering like they had actual like known actors and voice actresses on the list there, and she got that, and like that's not even like her job.
It goes to say how strong her performance was then, how good she did
Yeah.
in that role where it was recognized. So that's pretty cool.
And what was really funny is like I saw it when like she went up stage, and like she was wearing a mocap suit, and I found that so fucking hilarious.
I thought it was just like a tracksuit until like it zoomed in and I saw like the little balls on it. And I was like, "What the hell? Like, did she just finish the scene or something? Like, what's she doing?" Okay. Next, best narrative was "What Remains of Edith Finch," which was actually surprising to me because I thought it would have been Nier or at least Hellblade, which is what you chose. But yeah, they gave it to What Remains of Edith Finch. I know it's popular with a lot of like people who like those indie kind of games like that. So maybe there's more to it. Like I said, I didn't really follow it. I don't know what the story of it was, but I mean, if people thought it deserved this award, I'm interested to see what it might be.
Yeah.
Best score in music. Let's see if you know any of these, Minister. I'll read these off. We had Nier Automata, Cuphead, Destiny 2, Persona 5, Super Mario Odyssey, and The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
I'm gonna go with Nier because I'm actually listening to a track from Nier called Deep Crimson Foe, and I've never played the game.
Wow. Well, I know I went with Persona.
I went with
Persona
Cuphead.
5. And yeah, Minister, you nailed it on the head. Nier Automata wins best score in music. So you were right.
Not surprised because like I said, I never played the game, but I was looking at one of the mangas thing with Join. They got the music in the backgrounds from different animes and whatnot and video games.
Yeah.
And one of the best songs on there, it came from Nier. So I looked it up, and sure enough, listened to it to pump myself up in the morning.
I really didn't pay attention that much to the music of Nier Automata. So yeah, that's interesting that he would say that. So I might check that out now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about checking out the whole game now just because of that.
Best art direction, we had Destiny 2,
Oh Lord,
Horizon Zero Dawn,
Yeah, buddy.
Persona 5, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and Cuphead.
Oh wow! So as long as Destiny 2 doesn't win, we're good to go. I'm gonna go with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nope, it went with Cuphead, which if you've seen Cuphead, you gotta give those guys respect for what they did. If they didn't win this award, at least it would have been disservice to this show because those guys spent they were like that shit is hand drawn.
Yeah.
That style. So they got to give respect to those guys because they put effort into that game to make it give that 1930s aesthetic style. So the fact that it was like that for the entire game as well, you got to give them respect. So they had to with this one.
They put actually a lot of effort into it to even have kind of that film grain look on it.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
And all of it looks amazing. I feel like
It's not easy.
I feel like
it's not easy.
I even said it that was my pick. And I feel like the only thing that would have been a close second was probably Persona.
That was for me, yeah, Persona 5. I was like, man, Persona 5 is cool as hell, but yeah, Cuphead, you gotta give him respect for this one. Now we're down to the nitty gritty here. We got Best Game Direction, Horizon Zero Dawn, Resident Evil 7, Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Minister, what do you think?
I'm going with Horizon Zero Dawn. I actually do like that
was actually
storyline of the game.
I'm seeing
That
it,
was
yeah.
the same pick I got too. You picked the same.
I
thing
went with Super Mario Odyssey because I thought the direction for that game was pretty cool, but they chose The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Not surprising. Heard good
Which
things.
I can't get mad at it. Like I said,
Yeah.
yeah. I thought that direction for that game was pretty well done, and it was different.
It's
Different enough, at
That's
least.
why Nintendo won't sell Zelda. All right.
No, of course not. Those
their
guys are
guiding
keeping them in
light.
business.
Yep, it's their
Yeah.
guided light.
Their mascots are what keep them in business. If anything else fails, hey, bust out a Zelda game, a Mario game, a Smash Brothers game, and we'll be back in business.
Yep.
And then the main event, the game of the year.
Big Daddy.
Boy.
Here are the nominees. We have Super Mario Odyssey, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Persona 5, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, and Horizon Zero Dawn. E, where are you picking here? Horizon Zero Dawn again?
I'm guessing that Zelda will take the cake. Zelda's usually king.
You are correct.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild wins Game of the Year.
Did you go with The Legend of Zelda or did you go with Mario Odyssey on this one?
I went with Persona 5.
Oh,
on this
yeah,
one.
you went with Persona 5, actually, yeah.
I mean, the fact that it was nominated to me was awesome because it doesn't seem like it's a big scale game like the rest of these are.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the rest of these four, they're developed by they considered AAA games and stuff like that. Where Persona 5, it was you don't know that many people who have played Persona 3 and 4 or even know of the Persona series, but the fact that Persona 5 brought this series on the map and the fact that it's nominated and stuff like that says a lot. Not only for RPG, but it's nominated for Game of the Year. I mean, I think that says really, really it did really well for the game. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that it was on there at least. I knew it was a long shot considering you have like Mario and Zelda on there.
Yeah, that's how I felt with the Horizon Zero Dawn. I was like, the fact that it's probably one of the only
It made it to the list.
that didn't deserve it.
yeah that got
That
nominated.
didn't deserve it. That one didn't deserve
I
it.
feel
That
like-
was ridiculous.
I think the point that it got on there and it's not a game that is a sequel, like speaks like it's something that they did that worked
it's
really well.
original. That's what I like about that original storyline. The game deserves some credit.
Because like a lot of the other games
don't
on that
know.
list are just like sequels or continuations. Like even Persona 5, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Odyssey. Like those are like franchises, and this is something that was like it was
Yeah.
brand new.
PUBG isn't, and
Yeah,
I
but
think
we kind of disqualified that one from our list.
I think so, but they didn't. And Horizon Zero Dawn to me, it doesn't do anything new though. Like I said that in my video, I was like, it doesn't feel like it does.
But you're also
it doesn't deserve to be there.
You're also
because
not
it
a
doesn't
fan
deserve-
of that style of game at all.
But the fact that style of game, like it exists and it just isn't. I don't know. It's an okay game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but the
would've-
fact that it's just
I would
it
have
doesn't
agreed
what
with
because
you
I don't know.
until it found out that you could actually take over the machines and even ride some of them. When they put that aspect of
But
the
if-
game, that was fantastic.
But if they took this game out and put in Cuphead, would anybody like? That's the whole thing. Is like if Cuphead was in here as that game. Now, if it was me, I would have taken out PUBG and put Cuphead because I don't think PUBG should be on here because, like I said, it's an early access game, and I don't think that should count. But if it has to be on here, then I would take away Zero Dawn because I'm like, does it really do anything like to? I
Storyline's
guess, like I
great.
said, it's a quality game. I don't know, but it
Storyline's great.
doesn't really feel like a game of the year.
Fun
one.
factors
I know.
up there.
I feel like
It's
I just feel like there's a bias, man. Like
It is because, like I said, I'm not a fan of those collectible like map game type stuff. So
Yeah.
there is a bias for me. I'm not gonna deny that.
not only
But-
that, but it's also a bias of games you played, because you've gone through and played all of Cuphead, so like you know how much enjoyment you got out of it.
I also know what like the mass audience says about this game, and I don't hear like the praise for Horizon Zero Dawn that I hear for Cuphead.
That's true, I guess.
So that's where I'm coming from it. Like I feel like you know what? I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think there was like much to it that was like it deserves to be in Game of the Year.
It could be a
okay.
possible future, man.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll see.
I still,
The-
but
the
no,
humans
like
have
I feel like
Made
it's
their own
still
destruction.
like I would actually like, even if it was Cuphead in there, it would still kind of like give me the same point of saying like I like the fact that a game that is original is in Game of the Year and it's not a game that is just building on like a franchise, because I want to see. I think it's like a lot of gamers want to see is like a lot more original things being made and not just the safe franchise games. Even if it's games like we still want to see these games out because everyone like you want to see a Legend of Zelda game eventually because people still enjoy those. But
Yeah, of course.
there's still things like you want original games. You want people to not always go the safe route and continue franchises and kind of be more creative.
Yeah.
And that's like if it was Cuphead, if it was Horizon Zero Dawn, the fact that they can show like this is an original game that we would consider to be Game of the Year. So you don't.
That's how I feel about Persona 5. But even though it's not an original game, I guess because it's a sequel.
Yeah.
But I feel like that for Persona 5 just because it was a sequel to a game that wasn't as widely known or widely popular. But the fact that this game alone brought it out there,
Yeah.
I think is what I say. Oh, that's pretty cool that it made it to the Game of the Year. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it for me it's just the whole thing of like showing people like you can create something new and still have it be a contender with these heavy hitters.
Well, new in the sense of I guess an IP.
Yes.
I don't think anything in the game is new, but yeah, all right. I see. And maybe Cuphead didn't need it. Like looking at the amount of awards it won, it got 3.
Yeah.
It was one of the most like multiple awards. I think those that won the most were Hellblade, which is pretty cool too. Like that's a game you can throw in there that you were talking
Yeah.
about. A game that is original that was being recognized. Zelda won 3 and then Cuphead won 3. So 2 out of 3 games there are like they were like that won multiple awards were original titles.
Yeah.
So
Like I just hope that like shows like the developers and people like you can do good with creating original
single player is
stuff.
not dead yet. We still want it.
Yeah. Oh man, that was another thing. Like we were talking about stuff that they showed. Like they had like the Linda Carter commercial talking about single player, and that had me
single
laughing.
player or something. That was pretty funny. I was like, damn, okay, like Jeff Keighley and he letting his people go, let them do it.
Yeah.
Making fun of EA, like what's his name too? Zachary Levy was kind of like throwing some jab at EA and stuff.
Oh yeah.
By saying he needs a microtransaction to open up the envelope. I was like, oh man. All right. So I don't know if Keighley was like cringing or if he was just like laughing it off or whatever. I'm like, hey, let him go. Let him do it.
even like that little commercial The Rock had that I found pretty funny.
Yeah.
When he was like, it's like I was in Spy Hunter. He's like, I'm still mad about the IGN giving me a 3 out of 10. And
3 out of 10.
He's like just flips off the camera. He's like,
yep.
And
that
then,
could be you, Minister. When he's like,
Guardians of the
can't believe this
Galaxy.
Minister. Yep. They gave us a 4 out of 10. This Minister E. Like,
then like Kevin Hart is like, 3 out of 10 is not bad. He's like, no, a 3 out of 10 is fucking terrible. It was just so fucking
The
funny.
The Rock is always on point. That was pretty funny. But yeah, that's it. I mean, that was all the nominees, and that was all the winners. So congratulations to those guys. I think we did pretty good in our choices.
Got a couple of them on there.
Yeah. What did you think about the overall winners, Minister? Nothing surprising to you? It was just kind of like, yeah, okay, deserved.
Yeah.
Anything on there that you thought was like,
Nothing you completely disagree with?
Yeah.
I mean, no, not really. I'm glad Injustice 2 got, what it deserves.
That probably would have been the one to set you off if like Tekken 7 would have won or
because
something.
like I said, I'm not a fan of NetherRealm games to that extent. It's usually on my bottom, but if I'm giving this game credit, then it definitely deserves its credit. So yeah, I wasn't too mad at the list. So
okay. All right, not bad. Well, then I guess that's gonna do it for us here at the. Well, I guess the Ichiban Gamer Club is not really a podcast.
No.
So that's gonna do it for us here and our recap of the recap of the Gamer Awards. Yeah, what's a recap review or of the whole show or anything like that. So overall, like I said, pretty good show, and I'd be interested to see it next year, see where they go with it. I think they're heading in a good place. So
yeah, I feel like it's getting those like you were talking about earlier. It's like it's taking those steps to become like a legitimate thing that people will look to.
But all right, I'd like to thank Minister E for joining us on this one.
thanks for having me.
Mezentius, of course. Myself, Big W Zan. Not saying goodbye. Saying goodbye for now. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Later.
Are you thinking yourself? You just think yourself.